Welcome back to Rego Reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, how is everybody doing? We've got something very different on today's episode. Somebody I've never heard of. Song I've not heard of the song, I've not heard of the artist. So I'm intrigued for this one. You know me, I like to explore as many different songs as possible. And ultimately, I know I might sound like a broken record, but if you're here for the first time, I explore all these different musics, these different songs, these different artists, not only for fun, but because I'm in a band called Rego Bloom. I'll leave one of our songs at the end of this. And basically, I just want to conjure up as much music information as possible, because I always want to try and make my songs the best it can be. And I get inspired, I go, I might take that part and try and make my own version of it. I like the sound of that tone. I might try and use that. I like them drums. I like the violin. It is what it is. You've got to listen to things and try and be inspired. Inspiration is the key to success. Joe Walker, 2025. Don't think anyone else has ever said that before, but I just did. Anyway, today we're reacting to Tori Amos, Winter, live at Montreal, 1992. This was suggested by Stefan. So Stefan, thank you very much. You're an absolute legend. I'm intrigued for this one. Without further ado though, let's get into this.
This is my last song. This is from my dad.
That's nice, isn't it? Just blunt, to the point. Nice.
Snow can wait, I forgot my mittens. Wipe my nose, get my new boots on. I get a little warm in my heart when I think of winter. I put my hand in my father's glove. I run off where the drifts get deeper. Sleeping Beauty trips me with a frown. I hear a voice, you must learn to stand up for yourself, 'cause I can't always be around. He says, when you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. I tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. Boys get discovered as winter melts. Flowers competing for the sun.
What? She knows how to play the piano. That's a keyboard, I think. Electric keyboard. I don't know. Bro, her footwork on that sustain pedal is sick. Like, I don't know if anybody knows. I am no king of the piano in any way. I can tinker with it. You know. I know some stuff. But nowhere near any level of anyone good. But I do know a couple of things. Now, my word and my terminology might be incorrect, but underneath a piano, you have a pedal that you stand on, and it's a sustain pedal. And basically, the difference between sustain and no sustain, I'm going to talk to you like you don't know, but you might. Sustain is when something rings out. So let's say I'm going to play this E chord. And I press it down on the piano, it will go. As long as my foot is on the sustain pedal. And if I don't hold the sustain pedal down, and then I press the note, it will just go. Do you know what I mean? And it basically, no, it won't resonate for long. It won't sustain. But what she's doing now when she's playing, as she's finishing off her sentences, to add this character, this dramatic drama to it, she's letting her foot off the pedal and it's just stopping. And it's creating these abrupt stops. Mate! I can't lie. A, I need some WD-40 for this chair. But B, I haven't seen anyone play piano like that. That's cool. This is sick. And I'm listening to the story. She's painting a picture, mate. She is painting a picture right here. Yeah, damn. Let's go.
Years go by and I'm here still waiting, withering where some snowman was. Mirror, mirror, where's the crystal palace? But I only can see myself skating around the truth who I am. But I know, Dad, the ice is getting thin. When you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. I tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. Hair is gray and the fires are burning. So many dreams on the shelf.
Look at her left foot.
You say I wanted you to be proud of me. I always wanted that myself. When you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses have gone ahead. I tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. Never change. All the white horses
Nasty. Bro! Brothers, sisters, mothers. I don't know what's happening right now, guys, but I've just reacted to that. And that was insane. I reacted to an insane song before this. I ain't going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to just subscribe to the channel and watch. But, mate, let me talk about that. That is what a real performance looks like that is money well spent if you bought a ticket. That is passion. There's no other word for it. Passion. She believes in what she's saying. It was written. I don't even have to look on Wikipedia. I know she wrote that. That she wrote that. It came from the heart. Mate, a lot of people I bet would cry at that performance. I'm not the kind of guy who does that kind of stuff. Sometimes I get a lump in my throat. I bet if no one was around, I'd probably be like, yeah, no. But that is pure passion, and there's no other word. That was emotionally written. Came from the heart. Great story. Mate, and the piano skills, do not let them. I feel like a lot of people would watch that, and the piano section is very missed. It just slides by. I advise you, if you haven't, and genuinely go back and watch that, and don't even listen to the lyrics. Don't even listen to Tori singing. Listen to the piano. She's doing a tremendous job with the dynamics. And also go back, and when it goes to the shot, which I mentioned, I did say it, look at her left foot underneath. It goes on the shot and you can see her foot and she's lifting it off. And I know to piano players that's basic. That's water off a duck's back when you're good on piano, but the actual playing isn't. And the way she's dead stopping it and creating that drama, mate, on a level, what? That was absolutely tremendous. Stefan, mate, thank you. You've put me onto something. This is why I love this channel. This is sick because I'm finding new music every day. My Spotify on a level is sick. By the end of my journey, people will look at my Spotify playlist and go, dang, the guy knew his tunes. He's got a glossary of bangers. I want to hear more of her. She sounds like she won't be English. There's a twang in there like she's almost Swedish or Icelandic. I don't know why. They're the vibes I'm getting. She might be completely British. Who knows? But cracking song. Cracking performance. 10 out of 10, mate. I'm going to watch that again. I'm actually going to watch that again. Not with you guys. I don't want to bore yous with me. But like this video. Share it, guys. Subscribe for plenty more of where this came from. I'm going to love and leave yous with my song from my band called Rego Bloom. This is called Healthy Man. Peace. I woke up this morning, poured myself a drink. I picked up my guitar as I looked out to the sea. I didn't think much of it. It's nothing I've never seen. But then I put on the news and I soon realized how lucky I am to be a healthy man. But it's never too late.
myself.